Okay, namaste, namaste, Facebook Live, uh, light workers. Most people who do sign up on Facebook Live with the Cosmic Center are light workers or star seeds or wanderers, or there's so many different names out there. But basically, what we are, as Mark would say, we're the world servers. We came here for the world to help in the ascension. So we are really the disciples or the cellas or whatever names go for that. We are truly planetary world servers. And I know many of us think in planetary terms, we think in cosmic terms. The people that think very close, like, this is my community and this is my country and it is this world, period. And of course, for many of us, expanded consciousness, we realize this is a little world among many, many worlds. And we came into this knowing this. Some part of us this knew this, that we are so much more than in the little physical wrap of our physical bodies and the limited five senses that we have. So just to fast forward real quick, first of all, if you're listening to these words, you know that you are an interdimensional being of radiant light. And the sun that you see out there can't even compare to the light that you hold in every little cell that you have. And it really and truly, if you were to, I think it's called ATP. I think that's the name, ATP. It stands for a scientific term, but they have discovered a couple things. One, that there are trinities, there are triangles or trinities within our cells, within our, in the most tiniest molecular biology. We have little tetrahedrons in our body, and also ATP. Okay, is really light particles. So just how Jesus the Christ, the resurrection, burst into light. Some people see light beings, all of that. We have that. That's in our DNA. We have that. So I don't know if we're going to burst into light tonight. Probably not. But we have the potential. Let's put it that way. We all have the potential. First of all, I'd like to invite anybody who hear these words has not been part of the anchoring light. You are most certainly okay. Sharon says, let's burst. I agree. Let's definitely burst. Here, come on in, have a seat. There's some seats there on the side. Good to see you. So it's really wonderful to see everybody coming in during this time. So in this period of light, first of all, I would like to mention that anybody that's hearing this, if you would like to be part of the anchoring light meditation, which has been taking place every single Monday without fail for 14 years. Okay, so there's a reason why we all show up, and we show up each and every Monday, different groups. Some people leave, they come back, some people circle around, they go. It doesn't matter. It is one divine collective light tribe. That's what we got. We got the light tribe. Okay. And so why are we gathering together? And I talked about the fifth dimensional properties that are taking place through our technology. We could meet anywhere around the world, actually. Well, beyond the world too, because I guess in a space station, they communicate too. So we are beyond the world now. And of course, we deal with the ascended masters. So we're talking about different dimensions. So we come together in this divine singularity as the family of light. And many of us are imprinted. Okay, we actually do have a deep soul program where we feel some part of us. Now, there's a lot of distraction. We're in the world of Maya. Okay, so in the world of Maya, meaning all the distractions, the miscreations, the veils of illusion, delusion, and da 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 da. But all through that, okay, there is the ATP where we hold the light. Let's start with that. And also, it is that soul program that said, you're here to do something and it's really important and only you can do it, right? And so where other people growing up, oh, you're crazy, or you're not, that's not real. No, 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 you're good. The world is crazy. You're good. You're good. Okay, trust me. It's the world that's crazy. That's why it does not make sense to us at all. Like what? So once we go through the Maya and getting through it and seeing more light, becoming more aware, being your authentic self, that is the first big step. What about just being your authentic self, no matter what? That takes courage. It takes courage to be your authentic self. But guess what? We are now more emboldened. We're having more of the light. The tribe is finding each other. We are empowering each other. We are triggering each other. And yes, we can be our authentic self in this world. And guess what happens when you have the courage to do that? You're not interested in fitting in, okay? You're interested in walking your truth. And when you do that, other people go, wow, I really would love to walk my truth. And we'll say, well, do it, be who you are. Because each and every one is a divine creation that only you can do what you can do, but we come together, this amazing family of light. So if anybody would like to be part of this, all you have to do is look on our Facebook page, Cosmic Center Spiritual Light Facebook page. You'll see the Anchoring Light Transmission, Baba Sharone. Once you sign up, you'll be reminded of it each and every week. And you could either come in person. We actually have a physical location in Sarasota, Florida, which is in the United States, and also online. So with that, I just want to talk really briefly about this time of year and some of the things that people may be going through. Yesterday, somebody said something very striking to me. I was busy. We have a farmer's market here in front of the church that we do every Sunday. It was our holiday market, and it was wonderful. Everybody had a wonderful time. There were volunteers. It was lovely. But I spoke with somebody, and we're having a really big event in January. J.J. Hurtak. Now, some of you may know that name. J.J. Hurtak, Dr. J.J. Hurtak, his wife Desiree Hurtak, and a gentleman named Alan Steinfeld. But Dr. Hurtak wrote and was the experiencer of the Keys of Enoch. Most people may not remember it, but they hear of the Keys of Enoch. So it's a pretty big deal that he is coming to the Cosmic Center. We are just so honored for him to be here and the crew to talk about what's going to be unfolding in this decade. Yeah, there's some stuff coming down the pike. Well, we already kind of know that, but he has very specific information because the last 10 keys are being revealed. And where do these keys come from? Where is this ultra advanced information that when you read the book, you're like, I can't even read this, but somehow you struggle through it. And next thing you know, you have it because the teaching is on 7 levels. Because we're not just this little brain and this little reality. There's many higher parts of us, or the higher parts of us that understands the material. And so when we read the Keys of Enoch, it comes from the Being Enoch, like for real. So yes, there was a person named Abraham. And yes, there was a person called Moses and Shiva. And they're not just pretend. These are actually sentient beings. Those little, naughty Greek gods there causing all that chaos. Yeah, they're there too. There's a whole lot of life teeming on so many levels. So when people say, oh, this is legend, or, this is make believe. No, not now. It might have been elaborated, but to see the truth is there. So the Keys of Enoch is information that came from the Being Enoch connected to Metatron. And it has a lot of answers. It also does refer to and complement the information that's in the Gnostic Gospels. What are the Gnostic Gospels? Those are the ones that were selected not to be in the mainstream. And so you figure, why was these writings not selected to be in the mainstream? Why have they been hidden and had to be hidden? The Nag Hammadi, as you know, the Dead Sea Scrolls, okay, these were hidden away, buried, okay, because at the time, the powers that be, and the same powers that be, by the way, they haven't changed, just different faces, but the same powers that be, okay, want to control and have things, what I call the service for self. We like things the way they are. We're in charge. We want chaos and war and have the little humans fighting and really promoting the illusion of separation. Why? Because it serves this level of consciousness, if you want to say, or what I call the service for self. So we come as the service to others. We're the other side of that, and here to everybody is supportive of everyone else. So the question is, you have those that say, well, I only care about me and mine, versus we're here to help all of us because we are all one. Bottom line, we are all one. So yes, I can do what I want to say, Shara, is that the Dead Sea Scrolls, this is where you get the one of my favorite guys is Manny. I know people don't even know who the heck is Manny. So profound, but I have a special relationship with him. That was almost one world religion throughout the world, like, 2,000, 3,000 years ago. And the powers that be stopped that too. So there's always this stopping. And well, look what they did to Jesus the Christ. Do I say more? Do I say more? That says it right there. Okay, so, but we're here to break up that pattern. We're here to break up that pattern. That's why we're all meeting here right together. People took the effort to come sit in the seats that are here. And you, all 15 of you, are here where you could be doing something else because you feel that you can serve as being a vehicle of this transmission that will come in, that will not only keep yourself strong and grounded and remembering who you are, but be a light to the world as well. That's what they said. Light of the world. That's what Jesus the Christ said, and many other avatars of light. You could be a light of the world because we all have the ATP. We all have the same coding as the family of light. We all have it, and we have the ability. So that's one of the things I wanted to mention, but also too, during this time, let's be mindful. Someone had told me, said, wow, we are very fortunate. And yes, we are blessed beyond measure, just to have the knowledge to know that this is just not it. Because can you imagine? People think that this is it and only it. I'd be depressed too. I'd be like, oh my God, I don't even want to be here. Okay, and then people like that. So that's the big illusion. There's so much more. My Father has many mansions, myriads of worlds, teeming with life, dimension after dimension after dimension. Some of us get little glimpses of it, but it's a much bigger cosmic picture. But if you come down to where you feel that your life and your existence is limited to this physical world and the physical humans that are on it, okay, yeah, it can be very, very depressing. I get it. But it's not that. It's not that. It's so much more. And that's why we're here. Come on, Ashley. So there are a lot of people, some people calling it seasonal depression or whatever it is, and that feel maybe a little down and depressed this time where a lot of people leave the planet. End of the year is not the only time, but a lot of times, many people leave around the end of the year, the planet. So there's this joyous festive in the remembering that there is light to the world, and that's what our focus is. And in all traditions, whatever tradition it is, okay, this time of year has always been about renewal, that going into the dark for the renewal and for light. Let us keep our focus on that, and let's be especially kind, because everybody is ultra sensitive now. Everybody is. Everybody. Everybody is stressed. If you need to not watch the TV, I recommend that you don't do that, or not read the paper or read any of the news for the moment. Okay, if you need to go into a little cocoon and just wrap yourself in that light, okay, then you do that too. So not only are we to be kind to everybody else, okay, but let us remember to be kind to ourselves. Kind to ourselves. So important for that. Okay. So that is my what I want to share. Continue to be the light of the world. If you're running through some struggle right now, know that this too shall pass. This too shall pass, and in the end, it's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. For those of you that are in the area, Dr. J.J. Hurtak is here with the Keys of Enoch. Enoch has some good news for us. Thank goodness. There's some things that there's going to be change. And that's going to happen in this decade. It's going to happen in this decade. But we have the tools and the wherewithal to be able to meander through all of that. So you don't worry about it. And be in the moment, stay in the now, and do what you can where you can, one foot in front of the other. That was brought me through all these 10 years. Okay, that was the guidance I got from Melchizedek. Breathe and put one foot in front of the other. And I've been doing that ever since. And here we are 10 years later. So with that, I'm going to say namaste to our family of light on Facebook Live. We will see you again.